Alright, so today I will be starting my playthrough on Mount and Blade 2, Bannerlord. Now, I've played a bit of Warband in the past, but I admit it hasn't been a lot. It's probably around 36 hours that I played back in 2018. So this is mostly a new experience. So don't be expecting any master plays throughout the series. This is basically a new plays Mount and Blade Bannerlord series right now because it's been 2 years played since I've played a Mount and Blade game in any capacity. Alright. So I suppose starting as you can see, no save games. Completely new. Just bought this a few days ago. Alright. Campaign. Right. So we need to choose our character's culture. We have Valdians, Valandian, Valandians, right? The Valandians are the descendants of adventurers from the west who lived under the empire for centuries before forming an independent kingdom, right? Well organized civil society. We could play as the snow tribes, basically the Sturgians. We could play as the Empire. The Calradian Empire is in decline even before the, you know, yeah, the Calradians endure. They're technologically more advanced than their neighbors, and their massive engineering is not. Sorry. Alright, having this in the Sana Desert, a mixture of nomadic, Bedouin, and settled oasis farmers. They are famous for their horsemanship and their knowledge and learning of many lands, especially medicine, gained from lying on some of the continent's most lucrative trade routes. Each clan is fiercely proud of its lineage and often jealous of the others, but when united by a charismatic leader, they become a major force in the south. Select tribes and the wood people. Hmm. Are we uniting the Empire playthrough? Nah, but I'm kind of feeling the desert tribe thing. Right, so we will be playing as the Calradian Empire. The Calradian Empire is in decline even before the murder of Emperor Arenkos. The once united realm was torn by political rivalries. Today, those factions are in open war. Yet Calradians endure. They are technologically more advanced than their neighbors, and their mastery of engineering is not just evident in their aqueducts, beautiful architecture, and massive city walls. It also makes them experts in siege warfare. Right? So we'll be reuniting the empire. Right, so now we just need to create our character. We're back in 3, 2, 1. Alright, this is our character. Um, this is who we'll be playing as. I mean, yeah, clearly I'm not experienced with the character customizer, but he's supposed to be from the Empire. So I guess I'll make him. I have to stay part of the phenotype of the Empire, even though it looks like this dude is in the early stages of molding. But unfortunately, I don't know how old the character is supposed to be. But from what I'm seeing, like late 20s, early 30s. Next, choose your family. Choose your family. You were born into a family of urban artists, urban vagabonds, foresters, landlords, retainers, urban merchants. Let's go if our character was born in the actual trenches, alright? He was born to urban vagabonds. Your family numbered among the many poor migrants living in the slums that grow up outside the walls of imperial cities, making whatever money they could, making whatever money they could from a variety of odd jobs. Sometimes they did service for one of the empire's many criminal gangs, and you had an early look at that dark side of life. 10 skill level and 1 focus point to roguery and showing 1 attribute point to cunning. Alright, back. Let me go with early cow. Bruh. Wait, what is this dude? Look at this dude, bruh. We made this guy a unique character. Let's see. He was noted for his. If the wolf pup gang of your early childhood had an alpha, it was definitely you. All the other kids follow your lead as you decide what to play and where to play, and let them in games that miss you. We could go with Braun, your attention to detail. You were you were quick on your feet and attentive to what was going on. You could run away from trouble, though you could give a good account of yourself in a fight with other children if cornered. Let's go with leadership skills. Alright, adolescent. This is what this dude looked like as a teenager. Rip. Growing up, you spent most of your time, well, I guess we have to. The gang leaders who kept watch over the slums of Canadian cities were always in need of poor youth to run messages. Alright, we could go here. We could go reading and studying. Your family squared up money for rudimentary schooling and you took full advantage. Yeah, let's make our guy um, you know, a studied person, even though he grew up in poor condition. Choose your youth. So this is what our character looked like at 18 or so. Alright, fair enough. As a youngster growing up in Calradia, war was never too far away. You marched for the camp followers, joined the skirmishers, trained with the infantry, trained with the cavalry, rode with the scouts. I would go with the entire archery thing, but they cannot shoot. I know that from Warband. So, this dude right here, he trained with the infantry. Choose your young adulthood. How old is our character? Is he supposed to be middle aged? Before you set out for a life of adventure, your biggest achievement was you had a famous escapade. Maybe it was a love affair you cheated at dice, or maybe you just chose your words poorly while drinking. Anyway, the kind of trouble. Look at this dude's face, dog. You survived the siege. They going with that Kingdom Come Deliverance storyline. Nah. I played enough of that game earlier this year. Very good game, by the way. Very fun game, but it's not going with that storyline again. Yours wasn't the kind of reputation local areas are made of, but it was the kind that wins you respect among you were constantly fair, honest in your business dealings. I'm gonna go with as a famous escapade. Choose your story background. This dude rocking the full Ken Strap beard. Like many families in Calradia, your life was ended by war. Your home was ravaged by the passage of army after army. Eventually, you sold your property and set off with your father, mother, brother, and your two younger siblings to a new town you heard was safer. But you did not make it. Along the way, the inn at which you were staying was attacked by raiders. Your parents were slain and your two younger siblings seized. But you and your brother survived because, well, I think we're going with this guy. Is a trickster so far. You drove them off. You subdued the raider. You tricked the raiders. Yeah, we're gonna do we organize travelers to break out. Alright, enter your name. I actually don't have a good name for this dude. Alright, we're gonna go with Urios. Alright, so this is Urios, our character that we'll be playing through Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord with. He is not terrible at fighting. He's cunning after growing up in the slums. Good at leadership, and is fairly intelligent. No archery skill though. No archery skill. You prepare to set off with your brother on a mission of vengeance and rescue. Here is your character. Right. So alright. So that was the character introduction for this series. We're playing as Urios from the Empire. So this was basically episode 0, the prologue. Turn in for episode 1 of Mount and Blade Bannerlord as the Empire.